morning. It's Saturday, September 18th, and I'm James. I'm Jenny's husband that you've probably heard her talk about and listen to getting scores from her meals that she prepares that I give her. Anyway, she wanted me to share, and I'm happy to announce that I reached my goal weight of 180. I was 179.9 this morning, so I'm going to get started on the next phase of Optavia, and she's going to be talking about it more in her videos, I think. So she asked me to make a video. So here I am, and just wanted to send best wishes and good luck to everybody that's doing this with Jenny. And also just want to share how proud I am of her and her journey and the success she's had so far, how inspirational she is, and how much I love her. And so everybody have a great weekend, and best wishes.
That was my dear, sweet husband, James, the love of my life. He is what makes us LJ. So that's another story for another day, but LJ is James and I's story together of our lives. Anyway, I am very proud of my husband who has been on this journey with me to get healthy. And this past week, he got his goal weight and he has decided to let me help him transition to his set weight point. So this week, I'm taking him down the path of what it takes to transition and then work on maintenance the rest of your life. So for this week, he has to do something that's not probably something that he really likes, but he's doing it. And I know this because it's been 5 days now and he's been working on this. So the first week that you transition after you get to your healthy weight, the first week what you do is add two extra servings of vegetables at your lunchtime. In addition, you keep on doing your 5-in-1 program just like you've been doing, but at lunch you add 2 servings of vegetables, which my husband's not a big vegetable fan at all, but he has been a champ and he's been doing it every day. Now, I cooked him up a batch of green beans for the week to take to work with him, and so every day at lunch he's been adding a cup of green beans to his fueling at lunchtime. And he actually said that he really has liked adding that to his lunch. Now, I know that's not very many calories to add, and my guess is he's still going to lose weight this week. I'll find out tomorrow morning when I ask him on the scale, because tomorrow morning's Friday, and so by Friday, tomorrow, he'll have done that for 5 days. So I'll let you know how his first week of transition goes, and then next week, I'll let you know what we do next and how it goes for him as well. And next week is fruit. So again, my husband is not a fruit guy. So I think he's going to add an apple at his to replace one of his fuelings during the day. But we'll see how that goes. I'm going to take him through transition and I'll keep you guys informed, because one day many of you might be doing transition and you might need my help with it. So I'm going to help him.
It's a little bit after 9 o'clock. It is the weekend, so we slept in and are having our first fueling of the day. You can see I've got my water bottle already set up for my weekend water drinking, and I've started on that, but we've really just been having coffee this morning, so now it's time to eat. So pancakes for James, or no, flip-flop that. Pancakes for Jenny, that's what I do. And potato pancakes for James. That's what he does. So first fueling of the day, a little after 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. It's a little bit after 11 and we're getting ready to go run errands, but before we do, we're going to have a fueling, our second fueling of the weekend on a Saturday before we head out.
This very much is a typical Saturday, so James and I are getting ready to go out and run a ton of errands. I've got this little freezer bag here that I keep in the freezer because it's still hot outside right now. And so I'll take 2 or 3 fuelings for both of us as we're out and about today, shopping and doing errands. I have my couple big list here of items I need to get. Today's gonna be a Costco day, so we need to load up on some meat again. And then I also need to run to Walmart. My mom sent me a list of things she needs at Walmart, so gonna be doing that. So we'll take along our fuelings on the road. Just gonna have the last second one before we head out, and then I'll take you along as what we do on a weekend. Pretty typical. Okay, so it's just a little bit after 2:30 and we are ready for our third fueling of the day. So this is James, and he's having the my favorite, one of my favorites. It's the Campfire S'more Bar. See those little marshmallows in there? He's having that, and I am having my honey mustard and onion sticks, which I really like a whole bunch. And I'll move the camera off James now since he was a good sport for that. And I'm gonna have one of these, I don't know how to, Pellegrina, the black orange and black raspberry flavor. I really like these a lot. And of course there are sparkling water, 0 on everything. There's only 10 milligrams of sodium in them, so they're really good. We've been out and about and busy this morning. We ran to Walmart to pick up a list of things for my mom, and my mom is in a nursing facility about an hour away from us. So we went to Walmart, got all of her stuff, took it over to her, just saw her visually. They're not allowing visitors, so we couldn't visit, but got her things. She also had made a really neat baby blanket for one of our grandchildren to be, that is going to be born here in the winter time. December? Yeah, the end of December. So we took the baby blanket over to our daughter's Lee's house because she lives out that direction too, and dropped it off and got to see her real quick with her pregnancy. And now we are continuing our day. We are at, are we in Leawood now? So Leawood, Kansas, which is about 25-30 minutes from where we were at before. And we're gonna do some shopping, going into REI and Scheels, because we are getting ready to do a trip over Thanksgiving to Maine, and we need some cold weather gear. And by gear I mean some kind of shoes. So some kind of shoes that are good for hiking or walking but will be waterproof. So we're hoping to look at REI and Scheels and just kind of look at their shoes that might be great for that. It's time for some new winter shoes. Go look, and then we went ahead and we still need to go to Costco today. We haven't done that yet. And so once we are at Costco, I'll shoot a little footage of all the items that I'm going to get from Costco today. So I'll take you along. And then we went ahead and made some dinner reservations for 5:30 tonight at a restaurant we really like here in Kansas City called J. Gilbert's, and they have a great steak. So we're looking forward to that tonight too. So that's it for this fueling. So fueling number 3, I'm gonna stop talking, eat, and then we're gonna go shopping. I wanted to show you what we got from Costco. These are some staples for us. So this is a salsa that we really like. Of course, our marinara sauce from Rouse, and then got a big bag of cod, couple bags of shrimp, a bag of the lean ground beef that they have frozen, and then we're gonna try these 2 new things that they had there by Kevin's. Never tried those before. And then we love the Amy Lou's. We got the chicken sausages with the apple and Gouda, the andouille ones, and then the Amy Lou's chicken patties. So this is a lot of meat. You know, it's just James and I, so 2 people. Pretty much all of our meat goes into the freezer, and then we pull it out as we need it. And then we got these chicken skewers. We've had these before. They're wonderful.
easy meal, big bag of the riced cauliflower, and then 1 package of hearts of romaine. So I don't get my other vegetables there because it's too many, they'll go bad. But all of this goes in the freezer, and so we are going to be stocked for meat for sure for this next month. I wanted to show you what I do with all that romaine lettuce because it's just me that will eat this. James won't touch the romaine lettuce. So I'm leaving 1 in the package, but I've taken all the other ones and I've wrapped them really well in paper towels. And you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then I put them in a freezer bag. I took as much air out of them as I could, and I'll stick them in the refrigerator. So hopefully none of them will go bad before I can eat them all. I decided to French fry my potatoes today, so I just mixed them with 1/4 of a cup of water. Did not put them in the microwave, just put them straight in my mini dashes for 5 minutes. Took them out of the mini dashes after 5 minutes, cut them into these strips, threw them in my air fryer for 4 minutes. Delicious. I do want to show you how crispy and crunchy these are. Can you hear that crunch? These are great this way. From now on, if I'm home making my potatoes, this is how I'm making them. This is another weekend fueling, so James is making the pancakes into French fries, and I am having my shake that has half of a chocolate pudding fueling and the other half of a peanut butter fueling. So this is a weekend fueling for us. Hi everybody, so it's the end of my work week. Yay for Fridays. Looking forward to a weekend. The temperature has dropped here now in Missouri, and I think it's 78 degrees right now. And we're supposed to have a really beautiful weekend. And I'm super excited because tomorrow, this weekend, is a huge art fair that we have in Kansas City on our Country Club Plaza. And last year, of course, it was canceled because of COVID, but this year it's back on, and they have over 200 artists that come from across the country. It's a really famous art show. We love going to it, and they block off 9 blocks on the plaza for everybody to walk around and see the art. And they have bands down there and food vendors, and anyway, it's just a great time. We've bought some things over the years, and so they're really special to me, the things that we have gotten at the Plaza Art Fair. And you never know if we're going to find something we love this year or not, but we'll see. And we're going to go down there tomorrow night, and then we have reservations at a restaurant where we had my birthday dinner, and we're going to have oysters and then that wonderful spinach goat cheese salad that we had with mushrooms last time. We're really looking forward to that. And then we were talking about trying caviar. Now, we've never had caviar, and we're going to be going to Maine here in a few months, and I know it's pretty popular there, but they did have it at this restaurant when we were there last time, and we didn't order any. So we were talking about maybe trying that tomorrow night. So we'll see. I'll let you know in maybe in next week's video what we end up getting. But anyway, we're really looking forward to a nice, beautiful weekend. I'm going to go ahead and put out all of my fall decorations this weekend, so I'm excited. Got some mums, and I got a lot of fall decorations, so I'm ready for that. Let me tell you about how we did on the scale this week. And I said we because I am helping James through his transition now that he's at the weight that he wants to be. And so he weighed in this morning, and he weighs pretty much every day to kind of keep track. but he lost another 3.5 pounds this week. I was pretty certain he was still going to lose this week because the first week of your transition, all you do is add vegetables at your lunchtime, and I knew that wouldn't be enough calories for him to, I knew he'd probably still drop. He did great eating his vegetables every day. A cup of green beans is what he added to each one of his lunches, but he still dropped 3.5 pounds. Now we know this is going to equal, as he adds more food every week, then he'll eventually stop losing weight, because I don't want him too skinny. My goal is to be under his weight, which I don't know that I've ever been under his weight except for maybe one time since we've been married. Yeah, and that wasn't for very long, by the way. Anyway, so he is working on that, and so next week I think I need to look back, but I think that the transition plan for him next week is to add in the fruit. So that's the next part of his transition plan. So I'll be helping him figure that out this weekend, and then he'll be adding that in next week. And how did I do on the scale? I did great. I weighed in this morning and I lost 3.3 pounds. So a really nice weight loss for me this week. And I was a little concerned about getting on the scale this morning. I only weigh once a week, so I don't track it every day. And I was concerned, not because, I've done absolutely fine. I've been totally on plan, haven't had any cravings, and I feel like my eating's really consistent. The reason I was concerned is a few days ago, my lymph node here on my neck started hurting and swelling, and I could feel then some ear pain and pressure. And so I decided to go to the doctor and get myself checked out, and lots of fluid and in my sinuses and those types of things, had flared up. No temperature ever, so I think it's just, one of those, how sometimes you get sinus infections and things like that, and I've gotten earaches in the past. But anyway, so long story short, they gave me some medicine, and so I've been taking a steroid now for several days, and but I know steroids can make you hungry. That's not been an issue. I'm still just eating what I'm supposed to be eating. I'm not eating more or anything like that. But I knew because of all the fluid built up in my sinus and the congestion that I might be retaining a lot of, liquid. The goal is to get myself dried out, so I'm taking some Sudafed and those kind of things, but I knew that all of that medication and all the stuff that's going on with that might affect my weight. So I was really pleasantly surprised that it looked like it didn't this week on the scale. So, but I wasn't sure, right? I just really wasn't sure. So anyway, that was kind of the week in a nutshell. Busy week at work. You saw in the video that I shared what we ate in a day on the weekend, so I filmed that last weekend actually, and I wanted to put that in for you. And then the other thing is, I think next week, I don't know if I'm gonna do a recipe video or not, but I really liked some of the things I've tried recently when it relates to taking cauliflower and making a like stir frying the cauliflower rice, and then adding cheese into it and garlic and onions and things like that. And I think it is really good. So I might film like a little video of doing that, a recipe video this week for you, because I've done that now for the last couple weeks in different ways, and it's just really turned out good. So I like that recipe a lot. Anyway, that's enough for this week. I hope that you guys are all doing well, and I did get in all my Optavia coaching materials, and I've got my first person that I'm coaching. Well, it's my stepmom Judy, but anyway, she is doing really well too. She's doing great, and
Anyway, so I officially have one person I'm coaching. If anybody's interested, I'll put my email and information down below of the video. But I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you in a couple of times, probably next week, with different things I do.